Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and council meeting that took place on Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. In the work session, the council discussed SB 6001, which was enacted by the Utah State Legislature. SB 6001 authorizes the Redevelopment Agency to extend a project area collection period up to 2 years to compensate for either a delay in the implementation of the project area plan or reduced taxed increment received from an impacted project area. This extension can be done unilaterally if the agency makes certain findings. There is currently no pending proposal from the administration to extend any of the existing project areas. However, the agency executive director and staff are evaluating the impacts of COVID-19 on the various project areas and may make a proposal for extension of one or more project areas if deemed appropriate and necessary. The council reviewed the 2021 Ogden City Recreation, Arts, and Museum projects applications with the administration. Some of this year's projects include recreation projects at Orchard and Grandview Parks, Serge Simmons Baseball Field, and El Monte Golf Course, with museum and arts projects for Ogden Arts Culture and Events and improvements at Union Station. No action for these grants is required from the council. The council discussed ordinance amendments to adjust the capital improvement plan process to more closely align with the annual budget timeline, as well as to modify and update ordinance language to adjust and clarify various components of the CIP plan format, contents, and overall approach. This proposal is the result of a collaborative effort between the council and administration based on council member requests to evaluate possible changes to the CIP approach and process. The council will consider the amendments on January 19th. The City Council discussed two proposed amendments to the advisory board selection and appointment process that encourage increased diversity and community participation. Also proposed is language clarifying the role of administration staffing the various advisory boards. This will be considered by the council on January 19th. In the council meeting, the council presented a recognition to Amy Mabey, who has served in the council office for 12 years. Amy will be leaving the council office as she has accepted a position as the city administrator for Pleasant View. The council accepted the financial audit report for fiscal year 2020 and the comprehensive annual financial report for fiscal year 2020 for review. A work session discussion regarding the reports will be held in February. Through common consent, the council set public hearings for the capital improvement plan amendment and budget amendment related to the Front Runner North expansion and BDO station, and the budget amendment for improvements to 26th Street. These public hearings and consideration will take place in the meeting scheduled for January 19th. Also through common consent, the council also adopted amendments to the rules and norms regarding electronic meetings. After a public hearing, the City Council adopted amendments to the 2021-2025 Consolidated Plan and the fiscal year 2021 Annual Action Plan. The amendments include recognizing additional funding from the CARES Act related to the CDBG-CV funding, small amendments to the Quality Neighborhoods Program and Consolidated Plan goals, minor amendments to the Own in Ogden program, and other program income and carryover adjustments. After a public hearing, the City Council adopted amendments to the Microenterprise loan program. The amendments require a business owner with 3 or fewer years of experience who are applying for program loans to complete a training course. The program funding could then be used to reimburse the cost of the training in addition to providing loans to the business for operating expenses. The Microenterprise loan program meets the national HUD objective of benefiting low to moderate income business owners. After a public hearing, the council approved an amendment for mid-year adjustments for golf cart related fees. The increase is better aligned with comparable entities and help increasing service expenses. The fee increase for golf carts is $1 for 9 holes and $2 for 18 holes. With a 4-3 vote, the City Council approved an alternative proposal for an amendment to the definition of a linear block. The original petition would have changed the definition of a linear block to include only one side of a street rather than both sides. The intent of the amendment is to allow additional drinking establishments within the downtown area, particularly on 25th Street. The council reviewed the petition at its April 7th, 2020 work session. The council requested additional information at that meeting, which was reviewed at the November 10th meeting. After discussion at the November 10th meeting, council members indicated a desire to develop a proposal that would allow additional drinking establishments in the downtown area and gave city staff direction to work on a proposal. After the November 10th meeting, city staff consulted with the council leadership and developed a proposal to allow 3 drinking establishments on each side of the linear block, with any drinking establishments on corners counting toward the total number on that block. The amendment applies only to the CBD intensive zone. The council and mayor jointly adopted a resolution committing to the principles, actions, and goals set forth in the Utah Compact on Racial Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Lastly, the council elected Councilmember Bart Blair to serve as chair and Councilmember Marsha White to serve as as vice chair for the 2021 calendar year. The entire recording from the meetings of January 5th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.